Alright guys, I'm going to give advice for skinny guys who are trying to bulk up. People who are just naturally skinny, don't have much muscle, don't carry any fat. What is the best advice I can give you? First of all, what I'm going to say is the most obvious thing out there. That if you don't know, then you need to start researching about bodybuilding, is that you need to be in a calorie surplus. Now, if you need to be in a calorie surplus and you're not gaining any weight, then you obviously need to increase the calories and the amount of food that you're eating. That's the problem. That's the main problem for you. And if you have a small appetite, then obviously that's going to be a problem. So what I'm going to suggest to you is if you have a small appetite, stick to calorie-dense foods. Don't be having foods which are high in fiber and minerals and so low in calories and nutrition. Now, I'm not saying to avoid vegetables. Vegetables should be a big part of your life, and so should fruit, to promote health in the body. But don't be eating things like mashed potatoes. Just plain old like a baked potato. That's even better example. Don't be eating a plain baked potato. If you're going to have potato, throw some butter in it. Throw some maybe cheese on top of it. Something that's going to increase the calorie density to it. Maybe some gravy. Then with that, have something which is also calorie dense, such as lasagna and stuff like that. Something that's going to increase your calories. And then obviously with it, have a salad or anything that you choose. You know, if you really want to bulk up, then you just need to man the fuck up and start eating more. You know, the problem is that you might say is that you have a small appetite and you don't feel hungry anymore. If you start to promote your body to eat larger amounts of food, you'll then get used to it. That's the problem. You haven't gotten used to eating loads. You know, for me, whenever I was 16 and I hadn't bulked, I started to bulk, it was extremely hard. And now it's fucking so easy for me to bulk because I know what works for me. I know what gains weight. And that's all you need. You need to gain experience. So right now, it's perfect for you to start. You're not gaining any weight. Look at what you're eating. If you don't want to change what you're eating, just increase the size of those meals and increase it significantly so you can see the change in your body and know that it's working. Or else you can start to add in snacks. Snacks are going to be easy. You can just stick to eating the same meals that you eat every day and then decide that you're going to have 2 snacks a day, high calorie. Say you're going to have peanut butter spread on toast, and then in between for the next snack you're going to have a handful of nuts and 2 apples. You know, apples aren't going to be significantly high, but those nuts are going to add in high calories, and then you're going to get the micronutrients from the apples to make sure that you get enough fiber and stay at peak health. So make sure that you're in a calorie surplus. You can therefore choose foods which are high in calories. Now, obviously, don't be picking low-calorie foods. If you pick foods which are plain tasting, not much to them, then they're usually not going to be high calories. A typical meal that I would advise for you to use would be something like, say you have chicken. Don't bake chicken and serve it. There's not going to be much calories to it. But if you get chicken and cook it in with coconut oil, make like a nice, thick, creamy sauce. Fat is so high in calories, meaning that if you use a lot of coconut oil and make it like a sauce that goes over the chicken, you're going to increase your calories. So if you cook that, mix that with some high-calorie mashed potato, which has butter in it, some salt in it, serve that up with some whole fat milk, serve up the mashed potatoes, pour that chicken on top of it with that creamy coconut oil on top of it. You're going to have a fucking deep calorie-dense fucking meal, and you're going to start gaining weight. So that's the first thing about calorie surplus. The second thing, which is very important, is you need to figure out what training works for you. This is going to be a warning for the second part of the video. If you're listening to people who tell you that you should be training for only 30 minutes because you're going to start burning away your muscle, they're talking fucking bullshit and trying to fit you into a category. That may work for you, but don't just take it as concrete advice. You need to figure out what specifically works for you and that you find gets you the best results in the gym and is the most enjoyable. If you're doing other people's workouts which you don't find enjoyable, how the fuck are you going to stick at it? You need to find a workout program that works for you, that you enjoy and gets results, and then you will start to naturally stick at the gym and make progress and bulk up. So there's my advice for skinny guys who are looking to bulk up. Just man the fuck up, start eating more, your stomach will adjust to it, and you'll start to get heavier, get stronger, get more muscular, and then whenever you're cutting, you'll therefore find it way easier than fat people who are used to eating and being in an absolutely high calorie surplus. So there you have it, guys. Great advice. If you put it into practice, eat more calorie dense foods, then you will get the results. Boom!